If you're completely new to Skyblock and struggling to make any coins on here, this video is for you. We'll cover a basic money making method that only requires you to unlock the Bazaar, and after that you're pretty much good to go. The only two things that you will need for this method is the Bazaar unlocked, which is unlocked at level 7, and you need a weapon that does around 2000 to 5000 damage. Good weapons to use would be the Raider's Axe, which I have right here, the Void Sword, or if you're completely new, you can also just get the Mercenary Sword, which can be bought from this NPC for 30,000 coins. You'll have to enchant it really good though, since this does not that much damage as the Raider's Axe. We will be killing rats, which occasionally spawn in the Hypixel Skyblock hub, and you can find them in around 8 to 9 spots, but we'll be focusing on just 7. Right there was a rat, you kill it and you get tasty cheese. Tasty cheese is worth quite a bit on the Bazaar, so we'll be routing rats basically and killing them. For that I have some waypoints that you can also get in the description. There's 7 rats and I will show you the route in a second. You start basically from here, just talking to the hub selector. If you have a rank, you can use this random hub thing, which will allow you to get into more hubs than just those hubs here. If you don't have a rank, you will unfortunately have to use those hubs here. But whatsoever you press this thing here, if you have any rank, you get into a lobby. If you're alone, you start by heading to the community center. There will be one rat. They often are here, so keep in mind the rat doesn't have to be always in there. It can also be here in this flower. After that, you go to the auction house. So now you're in the chance auction. I've put the weapon here. And right here, there's the rat. It can be all over this place, they're sometimes stuck in the corner. After that, you go up and head to the left. You get into here, go down the spiral, and right here there will be always rats since no one goes right here. After that, rat you do /hub, you get back into the hub, then you walk over to Maxwell. And there always will be 2 rats here, one here and one here. They sometimes both run in, both run out, it doesn't matter, you just find them. If you don't hear the sound of a rat, just go to the next one, it isn't that big of a deal. Sometimes the second rat or the 5th rat is over here, so you can search here as well. The next one will be here at the carrots. It often sits here, and yeah, as you see it's there, but it also can be in the carrots or in the house. Then you go to the carpenter, go down here, and there's also a rat here. After you have killed them, you go to /hub and find a new lobby by clicking on the random hub button and repeat the whole process. Even if they are people, you might want to look for the rats, and if you don't hear the sound, you just move on to the next rat, and so on. And while showcasing the thing here, I got 50 tasty cheese already, which is around 250,000 coins on the Bazaar. And I wasn't using any crazy equipment or anything, I was walking with 200 speed and only a Raider's Axe of looting 4. Things that will help you when you grind rats are looting, scavenger, like any damage enchant so you can one-hit them, they have 5000 HP, and movement speed, which can be gotten from the God Pot or Young Armor, or you use Wise Armor and use like Aspect of the End to travel around quicker. The quicker you are, the more tasty cheese you'll get. I will be testing this now with different setups, the first one being just the Raider's Axe and 200 movement speed without any pet equipped, which is probably the beginner setup. You will probably even have more movement speed than I do. You can also use a Rogue Sword to boost it, but I will use this to just showcase like the bare minimum you will get. Keep in mind the Raider's Axe has looting 4, which is around 90,000 coins on the Bazaar right now. After 10 minutes with the setup, this is the cheese that I got, and I got 1 rat pet. If I sell this to the Bazaar with a sell offer, this will be 1.47 million, plus the rat pet, that's 1.5 million in 10 minutes, which will be 9 million in 1 hour, with the bare minimum setup that you will have. Your next upgrade should be an Aspect of the End, which isn't that expensive. I'll be using my Aspect of the Void for the next test, but just pretend this is an Aspect of the End. You'll probably be using it less than I am, but still this will reflect a bit of the rate increase that you'll get. So now after 10 minutes with this setup, which just includes one more teleportation device, in my case this is the Aspect of the Void, in your case this might be the Aspect of the End, I made this much cheese, and if I sell this on the Bazaar, I will be making 1.88 million coins. If I put this in the calculator down here, this will be 11.28 million coins in 1 hour with this basic setup, which you can afford after like 1 hour of grinding. This means you can get the Aspect of the End with Ultimate Wise 5 really quickly after 1 hour of grinding without it. Now let's talk about your upgrades. After grinding a bit, you should always get a God Potion when grinding these. This will give you Magic Find and a lot of movement speed, which will allow you to move not like this, but like this, which is like a huge lever to grind more reds. Then the next thing you should get is a teleportation device, which can be an Aspect of the End. This is pretty cheap. If you search it up, it's 290,000 coins, which is like 1 stack of cheese. You can get this quite easily. After that you should put Ultimate Wise 5 on your Aspect of the End, which will just make it less expensive to use. Right here, this is also only like 20 minutes of grinding and you have this. After that you can get some Young or Wise armor. If you get Young armor, which is pretty cheap actually, you can reforge it to Wise to get more mana. This will allow you to walk faster and use more of your teleportation device ability. This is also pretty cheap, like the whole armor is maybe like 2 million coins. And the reforges is also maybe like 200,000. After the armor upgrade, there's only really a few upgrades you can make. The main ones being like Magic Find armor or Magic Find pets. And you can get Looting 5, which will boost your rates by quite a bit as well. But this is very expensive right now, so I wouldn't recommend this just for red grinding. Now, some last tips that I can give you is, if you don't have a teleportation device and get into a lobby with like 20 people, you should immediately just get into the next lobby, because there will be probably no reds. Or you can just go to the spots where there should be reds, which is like the 3rd red, and maybe the 7th and the 6th red. Maybe also in the Shines auction there might be a red, but most likely the 1st red will clear it out, and the 4th and 5th red. And yeah, so basically if you have a teleportation device, you can stay in the lobby and quickly just check if they're reds. If you don't, you probably should just leave and get into a lobby by yourself or with like another one person in the lobby. You should also have always your sounds on, because if you don't hear the red, you should immediately switch to the next one. Because if you're here and just like searching for it, it's not even there, then there's no point being searching. Like if you don't hear it, just move on to the next one. There's also one more red up here, but this is too far away to be like useful. If you have an Aspect of the End, maybe an Aspect of the Void with the instant transmission thing, and you want to include this into your route, feel free to. You can like jump up once and maybe like TP here and you'll be there. But I wouldn't recommend this because it's only one red, like, and the distance is way too far away to be worth it. This whole method is also useful for bingo players. If one task of the bingo is to collect a lot of a resource and you're using minions for that, because Tasty Cheese actually 2 times your jobs for 1 hour, and you can get a lot of cheese as you saw. So maybe share this with your bingo friends that are struggling to get the collection. That's it for the video, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the method is useful for you, and as always, I would really appreciate if you press the like button. It really helps me out a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.